shared a drink with loneliness, and I've shared a drink with good times too. I've shared a drink with many things, and now I share a drink with you. We drink for all the good times, we drink for all the bad times, we drink in the sunshine. Sometimes we drink anytime, we drink for your good health. The blood line would breathe well. Sometimes we drink all day long. We also drink to us ourselves. We also drink to those who've gone. Yes, we're alive under the sky of blue, and now I share a drink with you.
Hey guys, welcome to another episode of Sharing a Drink with Matt. Today I'm talking to Wollongong Punksters, Radio Rejects.
Hello.
Hey Josh.
Hey man, how you going?
Good mate, how are you?
Pretty good. The others are on their way, I'm pretty sure.
Hey. We've got Tara and Jabin on.
Oh, there you are.
Hi.
Hello.
How's it going?
Good. You look warm.
Yeah, I'm freezing because I'm outside.
Yeah, crazy, man.
Yep.
Where's Jabin, the dirty bastard?
He said he was on there.
Yeah, he's on.
Okay. I can't see.
Oh, there we go. I can go now.
Oh, Jabin doesn't have a phone, a video on.
Doesn't it?
No.
He's got to press that button.
Jabin, I thought Jabin was like the most, there he is. Jabin, you're supposed to be the one who knows how to do everything, and like you're not showing a video and stuff. What are you doing?
Is it showing up video now?
There we go. God, you're a handsome man.
Got like a proper mic and everything.
That's because I don't actually have a webcam.
Looking at that.
I'm not sure if Brander's going to make it. I haven't heard from him. He said he was, but yeah.
It's cold out here.
It is cold.
So, as you were saying about Jabin being a handsome man, my missus actually said that night we came and saw you play. So
Oh, he's lovely.
she said it when he was playing, when he was with the Oceans. She didn't.
Yeah, we all like to sit back and marvel at Jabin's good looks and talent, and you should see his midget porn collection. It's pretty good.
Excellent.
If you look to the back right of his picture, you can see just some of it. Did you hide some of it? What?
Worst spot.
None of the good stuff.
None of the good stuff.
Do you just sweat constantly, Jabin?
Yeah, I was recording drums about an hour ago.
You always look like you're just drenched.
Yeah. I was going to shower off, but I figured, fuck it, it's a Zoom call.
Yeah, that's it. Yeah.
He likes to live life in case someone takes a picture of him and he looks like really, like he's posing for some kind of fireman calendar.
Meet your June.
There we go. We can make that for our next merch.
Yeah, just picture of Jack. It'll sell out.
I feel like I'm being excluded.
Anyways, well, let's be professional now and we'll get on to it.
Yeah, definitely. First of all, where did the name Radio Rejects come from? I don't want to assume, so I'm going to give you that.
It started when we just started jamming, and one of the original guitarist, he just kind of come up with it. I never really liked the name, to say the truth. I wasn't a fan. So, and yeah, it just kind of went from there. I didn't really care what we were called. So yeah, he just kind of come out with it.
Okay, because I thought maybe you thought, okay, we're going to be rejected from the radio, so we're
Well,
never.
yeah, I think that was his mentality, because some of the early songs we wrote were really funny and really silly stuff we don't say anymore. And I think that's just kind of, he was just like, this is stuff that would never be played on the radio. So it kind of worked out well.
Yeah, it did. It's a great name. Great name. Okay, this is probably one that each of you have to answer. What are your influences? What'd you grow up with? What is the music that made you go, I want to be in a band?
Who wants to go first?
I'll go first. Get it over with. Yeah, I grew up like listening to a lot of, Lagwagon, Pennywise, all of those bands. Massive fan of the Descendants, Teenage Bottle Rocket. And yeah, just loved going to gigs when I was younger, and I played guitar from an early age, and just, yeah, loved everything about it. So stoked to still be playing and making music with your friends. What more could you want?
That's it. If I can remember correctly, you've actually got a Milo tattoo, haven't you?
Yeah, I do. Yeah, I've got a couple of Descendants tattoos.
Yeah. Excellent.
Yeah.
All right, your turn, Josh.
My turn. Yeah, I guess Misfits, Ramones were a big thing on me. That whole skate punk stuff, you know, I grew up on that as well. That kind of Pennywise and stuff like that. But having older brothers and sisters, I had a lot of other influences as well. Like early, 50s rock and roll was massive on my life.
Wow.
And my old man used to listen to Sabbath and Maiden and stuff like that. So that kind of come in as well. So influences like that, definitely. But it never ends. I've always loved that kind of old school hardcore as well. When we write music, we try and put a bit of everything. Like it comes off, that kind of 4-chord skate punk, pop punk stuff. But I think within the band, it's pretty open. We all like a lot of different stuff, but yeah, it's good.
Yeah, no, definitely. You got a great sound. Gaben?
Yeah, definitely like a lot of Bad Religion, Descendants. Anyways, just anything like 90s skate stuff I kind of grew up on, which naturally knows a pretty good fit. Meeting these guys, they're all into the exact same stuff I was into. It was nice. Like, because a lot of my friends aren't really into that kind of thing. They're into more like metal, rock. Just yeah, anything sort of skatey. A lot of Millencolin as well.
Yeah.
Jabin's a closet Celine Dion fan as well. He won't tell you that, but he has a Celine Dion tattoo on his back.
Celine Dion. I'm more what's her name? Yeah, that don't impress me much. Oh, it's a fucking name. Forgetting it.
I thought you
That's me much.
Shania Twain.
That's it, Shania Twain.
Yeah.
I've never even closeted Shania Twain fan.
See? She crossed over. She went from country and rock, and she had a bit of everything.
She had that electronica song as well.
It's because you don't impress her much,
It's true. Any sort of 80s synth pop's great too.
Yeah,
Yeah.
80s pop. So's Tara. Yeah, so's Tara. When we drive in the tour van and stuff, there's always that kind of dodgy 80s pop music cranking.
100%.
Yeah, no, definitely. I like a lot of 80s pop. It's great. Who's the main songwriter?
Josh.
Okay.
Josh.
So basically, and Jabin could probably, because with Jabin's other bands as well, he probably feels as well, like I've got an overactive mind where I feel like unless I'm writing stuff, I feel like I'm being lazy. So therefore, we're all very busy people, but I'm constantly writing, and then I'll record and be like, hey guys, do you like this kind of thing? And then everyone kind of puts their touches to it and things like that. Where like Tara's in another band as well, and she's a full-time mom, and she's a teacher, and she's flat out. And same as Brenda, he's a mum as well, and we're all pretty busy people, but yeah, everyone definitely brings their own unique flavour to everything, which is good.
Yeah. So, what can you describe your creative process when writing music and the lyrics?
It's really funny. I used to be in really, kind of serious bands where it would be a big thing. I'm going to sit down and write a song. I'm going to do this. I'm going to do that. Where now it's just like, I've got a funny idea for a song. And then I'll just pick up my guitar and I'll literally just play kind of anything. And then, might record it on my phone, and then I'll play it back and I'll write some kind of melody to it, and kind of, there's no real process. It's just kind of if I think something's funny, I'll try and write a song about it. Yeah.
How did that all go too when with the lockdown and everything? Like, how did everything stop for you guys, or did you like Zoom?
When it was the full on lockdown, we stopped for a few months, which was pretty shit. But gave us a bit of time to write and whatnot, and really appreciate, coming back and jamming again and being in the same room and doing that was amazing. And then, playing shows after all that crap was next level. And I think just universally, it's really people appreciate being out and going to gigs again. And there's still some people a little bit standoffish, which I understand. But yeah, I mean, for me, it's much better.
Yeah,
Definitely.
But yeah, it wasn't the nicest of times. It was hard to kind of do anything really. Kind of went for a bit of a break there, but yeah, it's nice to be back.
So if things went like haywire and just like fucked up when the COVID happened, have you guys? Well, you said Tara's a teacher. Have you guys got something that you could fall back on that, like, if the music thing didn't work out, have you guys got, each of you got something that you could fall back on? That
mine would definitely be modelling. I think 100%.
I agree.
That plus size models are a thing, so I reckon I'll be all right. Like, I mean, everyone knows you don't make money on music, and we certainly don't do it for money. I mean, money is always great, but I work 40 something plus hours a week at least, and so I'm a pretty busy man. But yeah, personally, yeah, I mean, I'd be pretty sad if I didn't get to play music. Music is definitely my outlet, and so is basketball. So yeah, if you took that away, I'd be pretty sad.
Yeah. And when did you? What was the age when you got into music and thought, this is what I want to do in my life? Like, how old were you?
Oh shit! You guys, how about you guys?
Well, I started playing music with some friends when I was probably in year 8 in high school. And so a guy that I was really good friends with, his brothers were in Tumbleweed. So we used to jam there, and Jay from Tumbleweed ran a little jam session at Balgownie Community Hall every Wednesday night. So we'd go along there, played a couple of little shows at the youth centre. So yeah, it kind of just went from there, like just jamming with different people at school from a young age, and then I joined Kamikaze Harry in 1999. And we, our first show was down in Melbourne at the Art House. So that was pretty awesome. And yeah, just ever since then, just played local shows with lots of different bands, and loved every second.
Speaking of Jay, I ran into him at the Cornwall Hotel last year, I think it was, and he is still Tumbleweed. He is still the Proton Energy Pills. Like, he has not changed one little bit from like, and these guys were like, what, Proton Energy Pills, the late 80s.
Yeah, they've been around a while.
Yeah, but Jay actually passed away a couple of years ago, so it would have been a while ago that you would have seen him.
Been a couple of years ago.
Yeah, probably. Yeah, it's probably just a couple of years.
What was that?
Yeah, that was I'm not sure exactly what happened, but yeah, it was just a couple of years ago.
Oh,
2018 or something, maybe.
Sorry.
About 2018, I think.
Yeah, somewhere around there.
So it must have been a long. Okay, maybe I've got the brackets mixed up.
But in saying that, there are like 72 curlies around, so there's a whole family of similar.
Was Jay the drummer?
Jay was bass player.
Okay, I'm talking about the brother, the drummer then.
Oh, Benny. Yeah,
that's who I ran into it. Yeah. Oh, well, there you go. So yeah, I didn't think it was like 4 or 5 years ago. It was, it wasn't. It was last year, I'm pretty sure.
Oh, okay, yeah, it's thinking of someone else. But yeah, that was great. Like that he did that for us young musos, starting out and just getting us involved in the the youth centre scene and putting on those little free Thursday night shows, and that was a great way to meet other musicians and like-minded people, and yeah, it was great. It's a great time.
Brandon's about to join. He said he's about to join now.
Excellent.
Yeah. What about you, Jabin? Same question.
Was that the age one? Like what age we started?
Yeah.
I think I picked up bass first around 14-ish, but I didn't actually start like properly getting to music or writing until I was about 20. Yeah, just was going to art school at the time. We're doing some assessment task. We had to make a cassette tape. I was like, well, I may as well do it with something. And then kind of fell in love with that more than doing visual art. So I just kept doing music instead.
Yeah, I was a bit of a late bloomer. All my mates were in bands and stuff like that, and I failed music all through high school. Couldn't play guitar, couldn't play, drums. I couldn't play. What's that little fluty thing? The
Recorder?
The recorder.
recorder. Couldn't do anything. And then one day I was just sitting at my mate's house and he had a bass there, and I'm like, surely it can't be that hard. And I just started hitting things, and I was like, it's kind of fun. So I just kind of went and bought one, and then just taught myself how to play, and then I taught myself how to play guitar, and then drums, and a bit of keyboard, and then that was probably when I was about, I think, 21. I think I didn't start until I was probably about 21, and then just kind of went from there, and didn't really write songs until a while later, and then now I just write stupid songs that people think are funny.
All right. Well, Brenda, are you in there or?
No, not yet.
Is anybody out there? Damn Branda in his narrow ways. What about you, Matt? Do you play anything? Do you play any instruments?
No, I'm one of those people that want so badly and have all my life wanted to be in the entertainment industry, but the non-talent thing got in the way. Like I can't.
Well, there's always porn. That's ticking that box. Just
I'm telling you, it hurt.
no pun intended.
Mate, I couldn't even do that. They look at me, boom. Yeah, no, sorry. No. I always wanted to. I always, and I even there was a band, Toxic Vomit, in Sydney years ago in the 80s, and they were like the shittest band ever. And I auditioned for them, and I was worse than they were, obviously, because they said no.
What did you do? Did you sing?
Yeah, I sang, but it just and they were like really. It was like a high school band that have just started playing kind of thing. They sound shit, and so my vocals must have sounded worse because they got a different vocalist, and they're like, I didn't even get the job for that. So, and yeah, well, but I just enjoy listening and going to see bands, and I've been doing that since 83, 82, 83.
Yeah,
and I've loved the Australian punk scene. Like, this is why I started this show, because you guys just don't get the airplay, or people, unless they go to a gig of one of their favorite bands, and they get to see other bands that that they didn't know of. So that's why I started this, because I think the Australian punk scene is fucking unbelievable. The 90s, I didn't much get into. It was. So I thought,
No worries.
Hey, Brenda,
Hey.
Hey,
is that you, God?
Yeah, sorry. Just got me bobcat bogged.
Ah,
the neighbour with his tractor had to pull me out.
Oh,
I don't know what to do. Do we go back to
well,
the
they all say Branda.
Blame it on the bobcat.
Yeah.
you can take the
Oh,
boy out.
wild.
That's a wild air.
No, bit fresh out here.
It's like a Guns N' Roses film clip. It's good.
I know, yeah. Yeah. That's what I was going for. I've actually just got a fan sitting there.
Yeah.
You paying someone just stand there with a fan.
Yeah.
It's like a film clip, eh?
Are you always the last one to get to a gig or what?
Yeah, I'm the drummer. Always
Yeah.
the last one to do everything. Last one to finish.
Oh, anyway, Brenda, what got you into music? What got you into playing? That you wanted to play music? What was that thing? Spark.
Oh, punk rock's everything. It's hard to put in words, I reckon. Like it's something that's it is a lifestyle, as cliche as it is. It's us. It's what we do. We're those weird kids that just, it's what we do. This is what we do. We have fun. To many, this is not very cool, but I don't know, something that I've always found cool. And watching all my mates that do it too is just, it's just so fun.
Definitely. All right, guys. This is another one where you've each got to answer. What's the best piece of advice you've been given?
What was that, sorry?
What's the
Best
best
piece
piece
of
of advice? Yeah,
What, when it comes to music?
But just in life.
it comes to life, and it comes, like always wear a condom kind of thing. Like that. What's the best piece of advice?
I always go back to a bandmate of mine saying, if you're thinking, you're stinking. Because I'd find sometimes, you've practiced and practiced and practiced, and then you go to play a gig and you get up there and you go, fuck, how does that solo go? And you've just got to rely on that muscle memory, because as soon as you start overthinking it, that's sometimes when you start making mistakes. So if I start doing that, I go, no, if you're thinking, you're stinking, don't worry about it. I know that I know it. Just do it.
I can agree with that. That's a good thing. I think you see it all the time. People, you stress and you overthink things and you're like, oh, shit, I can't forget that. And then but when you just let it flow, it just comes easy.
Yeah.
I reckon for me, when you got the Dropkick song, The Dirty Glass, where it goes, the best laid plans may all change by tomorrow. So no matter what you plan, no matter what you do, it could all just change tomorrow. You never know what's gonna happen. So live for the moment. Do what you can. Have fun.
Yeah.
There's no point planning too far ahead, because it's all gonna change. Something's gonna fuck it up.
I had my one when I was a kid. I got busted standing up on a water slide going down. And the lifeguard came over to me and he's like, if you're going to be doing shit you're not supposed to do, don't wear a fluoro orange wetsuit. It makes you real easy to pick out of a crowd. That's probably the best life advice I've ever been given, but I kind of went the other way with that.
Yeah, I was just going to say that. Literally, you are the most orange person I know.
Yeah. Definitely.
Everything is orange.
As a kid, you're still wearing fluoro orange. So,
Yeah, that was just a happenstance, though. It was unrelated.
That's funny.
He just looked so disappointed. I hadn't thought of that before, as well. It just seemed like such an obvious thing.
It does make sense.
Yeah. You got to learn something.
That's right. Josh, I've got to ask, what's Monster about? I don't want to assume that I know what this song is about.
Oh, the song is?
I think it's about mental health or something like that. But
So I grew up and I was the kind of the fat kid at school and whatnot. And I got picked on a little bit, and then kind of it took its toll on my mental health a little bit. Now I'm not going to say that I'm an angel, but it's definitely, it makes me, I'm trying to put this diplomatically, it makes me have a guard in life where my guard's up a lot and I don't trust people, and I would rather push people away than bring them in. And then people I get told fuck, you're a bit of a cunt, man. I'm like, you know what though? Because I was picked on so much, I don't trust people, and that's why. And that's what that song's kind of about. It's like, if you treat people like shit and then they turn into people like that, you can't blame them. You got to look back past that and be like, what's made them like that kind of thing.
Yeah.
even now, like I see friends' kids still getting picked on and stuff at school, and I hate it. I hate bullies. And then one day I kind of realized that I was a lot bigger and taller than everyone, and I was like, all right, so now it's time for me to not take shit off people anymore. And you know, I'm not a violent person, and I'm a bit of a teddy bear. But if you piss me off, I've got no problems doing what I need to do. And I think that's the other half of the song. It's that, like, you know, you never know what people are going through or what they've been through or what they're doing right now. So don't just assume certain things.
Yeah, exactly. Like we're driving down the road and we're walking to the supermarket and someone does something like really stupid or aggressive or something, and my wife like goes, fucking that person, and I always say to her, yeah, but you don't know, she's having a bad day probably, you know, she's probably the nicest person on earth, but she's having a fuck day. So you know what I mean? And that's what, yeah. What I got out of that song.
And we all go through that. We all have really bad days, and we don't know what's going on behind the scenes. And you know, I think that's where music can really come in handy. Music's got me through a lot. I'm sure the other guys are the same. You know, you're feeling shit, and like Teenage Bottle Rocket's one of my favorite bands. I can tell you right now, I could be in the shittest mood. I can put that on, and everything just goes away, and it makes you feel really good. Always does, because it's just so. It's catchy, it's fun, it reminds you of the good things. And I think that's something that we kind of all strive to do in this band, is that we don't want to be that serious band. We want to be that band that people go, fuck. Like, we hear it all the time. You guys are so fun live. Hey, Branda, how you going, buddy? You know, you guys are really fun live, and you just have fun and you can enjoy it. You know, we enjoy watching you guys. I'm like, fuck, that's our job done. Because like, that's, you know, we're not here to make $1 million. We're here to make stupid songs that people laugh at. It's pretty much it.
You're not here for $1 million.
Nah. No. That's why we got Jabin. He's there for the looks, man. He brings the lady.
You mean I got to be a plumber still for the rest of my life? I thought we're getting out of it.
I've got the plumber's craft, and you've got the plumber's trade. Together, with the plumber.
That was just my input.
No, you like, and I'll bring her up one more time. My wife, like, she's never been into punk music, and like, we've been together for a long, long time. And when I took her to see you guys that night at the Survey, I think it was, she had a ball. She had a fucking ball, and even like not. Just with you guys, like from Smoke and Mirror up, she like, and we're going out again. Like, she actually had a ball, and it was, and I think she finally realised that it's not all just screaming and just belt.
Yeah, that's right.
No,
I mean, I've always had this thing where, you know, I've seen great bands who are great musicians and can do great technical stuff, but couldn't belt out a melody out of their asshole. And I'm just like, I need some kind of melody or some kind of thing where I remember your songs, you know, and that I could bop away or sing or something, you know. And and then like I get this argument, people are like, oh, well, you know, there's bands like Raised Fist. Raised Fist, one of the fastest bands I've ever heard, but they have melody, they have soul, they have, you know, they have harmony in there, even though they're fast and brutal, you know. You can still be fast and brutal with melody. Hey?
It's all about the groove.
The groove. Yeah, that's right. The groove. That's a good one, you know. And I think that's kind of how I judge if I really enjoyed a band, if I wrote songs, or if I had a good time, or, you know, just that general vibe and groove coming from them. I go, fuck yeah, that was really good. I really enjoyed that.
Yeah. Embarrassingly enough, that's happened to me in the last 8 or 9 months. I heard the Sylvan Kelly song. And I really fucking liked it, hey. And I listened to a few of his other shit, his funk stuff, not his rap shit. His funk, like, I was waiting for the kids to come.
Oh, I know we're at my granddad's place, and I've got to like try and get them home in a minute. I might jump out for 10 minutes and jump back on. Is that all right?
Yeah, definitely.
Yeah, I'll be back. I'll be back. Bye.
Is there anyone else there?
Yeah, we're still here.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Can you not see all the little thumbnails?
You are? Oh, yeah.
Yeah.
Yep.
But that's I guess with saying that too, like with your wife, how she enjoyed the show. Like that was the first thing when I saw a hardcore show as well. Like it's you go into it and it is so angry and you go, what's going on here? But then you listen to the lyrics and it's so positive. And you're
Yeah.
like,
Yeah.
I get that. I get that a lot. Like
Yeah,
everyone
definitely.
needs to vent, but you don't need to be a dickhead at the same time. And
Mm.
why hardcore and punk, I guess, as well. In some things, that's why it's so good because it lets you vent, it lets you have a good time, but having a positive message at the same time.
I
Yeah.
hope you know, Jabin. Stop being a dick, in other words.
What's that? I've got a lot of repressed emotions I've got to get out somehow.
Well, you
Well,
are,
listen,
a white male. I'm sure you do get picked on a lot,
I've been persecuted in our history, right?
I'd say it'd be because of the midget porn.
Yeah, it's the midget porn, definitely.
Hey, it's 2022. You can't shame me for that anymore.
I applaud it.
You guys play, right? Okay, let's think of Henry Rollins. He sits on the side of the stage from 10 minutes before he plays and meditates. Have you guys got a process or ritual?
Not really. I mean, like, personally, the music. So, like, when one band finishes and then we start, the music in between is a big thing for me. If it's something that I can get into, it really gets me ready. Like usually I'll say to the sound guy, hey, have you got this or this or this? And they'll be like, no, we don't. I'm like, okay. But like there's been times, I remember Brander, we played at the Town and Country and some band finished and then they put on Simply Red. It was just like, yeah, this is bringing me down a little bit. Like I was good until that moment. And then I had to listen to Simply Red for 15 minutes and then kind of got me back. So for me, not really, but I think music is, good music beforehand is good.
Try not watch the band before.
So Brander,
because if they're better than your band, then it's shit. You go, how am I supposed to follow that?
yeah, I've heard that so many times. We'll play, bands will play before us, and Brander's like, "Are you fucking kidding me? We've got to play now." I'm like, "You'll be fine, man. You'll be fine. Like, have some faith." And it's just, nah. But you know what? 9 times out of 10, he takes it to that next level because, so maybe I put those bands on before us to maybe I don't know. Maybe it's my my thing.
It's like the band version of Angry Sex. Like you're just winding him up.
Yeah, totally. Totally. And I think Jabin likes to comb his hair before he goes on too. He likes to get his beard straight, comb his hair.
Actually, I was going to say the opposite. I always want to watch the band before us because it means I can't think about anything. I'm just like paying attention to the band.
Yeah, that's a good idea too. I like that.
Not thinking. That seems to be the best thing. I think Tara had that right.
I think actually, now that at the moment the Tara's not here, I saw an interview once with Fat Mike from NoFX, and he said to get him ready for the show, he'll masturbate, and to the point where he's about to ejaculate, but he'll stop.
Oh, edging.
Yeah, wow.
And he's got that pent up fucking. I don't know.
I'd be aggressive as fuck.
I think Fat Mike says a lot of shit that I don't know if you believe it or not, though. I think he says a lot of shit that you just go, yeah, righto, mate.
Yeah.
But in saying that, like, I it's respect what you said now that Tara's not here, but I reckon she masturbates more than any of us, just quietly. And she knows that I would say that.
Yeah, that's true.
And there's no shame. There's no shame.
She's gonna.
See, how do you make the interviewer uncomfortable? Talk about female masturbation, and it all goes away.
He brought it up.
I don't want to ask a good question because she's not here, but oh God, I really don't know what to say. Have you ever been to a gig and been like you didn't set this gig up? You've been put on the bill, and say there's 4 bands and the other 3 are traversing the punk, and the punters are totally not punk, but you guys got to get out there and try and win the crowd. Have you ever had that
Oh yeah, Smith with our old band. We
Yeah.
we played at the Lansdowne. We played this show, and we got chucked on last minute because the band pulled out. And it was our old band was like a discharge style type band, very fast, very angry, very political. And we just got put on with like this cock rock band and
Like a rock and roll band with a guy like who looked like he played guitar for Keith Urban.
Yeah,
Wow.
the other band was like a surf rock stoner band, and we were just like, we come out, we're just so angry and just so fast and everything else, and everyone's just pretty much staring blank at us, just like, what? Who are these guys?
I remember going to see Mass Appeal. This is so funny that you bring that up because I went and saw Mass Appeal in I think the 89 maybe at the Lansdowne, and the first band was Rat Cat. I don't know if you remember.
Yeah, I'm a Rat Cat.
Yeah.
And
Don't go now. That's it, man.
exactly.
I know that song.
Yeah.
I thought there has never been a time where there's been 2 totally different bands play on the bill at the same time, and it's just like everyone was at the bar or outside talking, kind of thing. And Rat Cat were playing. I think it was actually Rat Cat, I Spit on the Gravy, and then Mass. And it was just like, oh God, whoever put this gig together. How do
I tell you another one. I saw it was Sprung Monkey played the support was Eskimo Joe. And so you can think of Sprung Monkey like, you know, they got their weird stuff, but you still class them as punk because they got their, you know, like
They're surf punk.
but Eskimo Joe were just, it was their first ever Sydney show too.
Oh wow.
And there was probably only about 30 of us there. And I reckon at least 25 of them were pretty much booing every single song and just like, what the hell is these guys? Who is this? Like, this is shit. Like, I've never seen someone get booed so much and just hated so much in my entire life. And just from 30 people as well. Like they were just standing there, just didn't know what to do. Like it was pretty funny, but I kind of felt sorry for them, but they're shit, so I don't care. So
I think like with Rejects, I think that's the thing we're a little bit lucky where we kind of appeal to different kind of crowds where like I've had dudes who are really into hardcore be like, man, that was really fun and really enjoyable. You know what I mean? And guys who don't really listen to punk go, you know what? I actually really enjoyed that. So it's kind of cool that, you know, we can appeal to people and be on that level. Whereas, you know, I guess other bands aren't as lucky. Whereas, you know, like we're really good mates with Two Face, and they're one of my favourite Australian bands around. But I know guys who listen to punk who probably wouldn't watch them because they're hardcore. I'm like, dude, fuck, man, you know how amazing they are, though? Like, you need to watch them. And then when people finally did start, they're like, wow, this band's really good. It's like, it's amazing what happens when you give shit a go.
Yeah, definitely.
In saying that,
except for Eskimo Joe.
Warped started doing that at the end, didn't they? They started putting ska bands in with punk bands, and like they started mixing it up a bit.
Yeah. So
I'm all for a mixed bill, like, but there's a limit too.
yeah.
Right. Well, this is a question. You're doing a longer than 25-minute set, right? And on the second song, you feel, oh, okay, I need to do a piss.
Been there.
Yeah. How do you guys deal with that?
That was Jamin.
Just
Jamin.
piss yourself. That's
And, like on Dumb and Dumber, just let it go. Just let it go.
Just let it go, man. Let it go. Wow, it's so warm.
I'm really glad I said that. And this is good because we haven't got the full band here at the moment. I'm sorry, guys, but I've actually got to go to the toilet.
That's a loaded question. I'm getting another drink then.
Yeah, I'll
Okay.
grab something quickly. There you go. Yeah, right.
This meeting is being recorded.
I'm just going for a whistle too. 1 second.
Do we get to hear that?
Yeah.
It's actually really
Let's
funny.
No, take your phone in.
Look at the face. She's not happy. She's like, no, you're not. 1 second.
It's actually funny because when
He will too.
the last time I had to go to the toilet during an interview was with the leftards. And while I was on the toilet, Ronnie got up and did a brown eye right in front of the camera. And they're joking together saying, oh, he's not going to see that till he starts editing the thing. And they didn't know that my editor was in the background recording and watching everything. And it was like, said, oh, no, I'm here. And it was quite funny. And I'm going to keep it in the interview too, because
It's appropriate for them as well. That's their kind of stuff.
on his butt.
Sorry about that.
That's all right.
Good piss.
Get some chocolate.
That's the thing about this show. It's not professional at all. So,
It's fine.
That's not.
so did I hear Tara's back on the scene? Is she?
Big T. No.
No, not yet.
So I don't know what to ask because I don't want to waste question.
That's all right. Tell me about your dream journal.
My dream journal.
Hmm.
I don't have a dream journal. I don't.
Not what I heard.
No, my dreams are horrible. I have horrible dreams.
Like goals and ambitions, or he's got horrible ambitions.
No, it's
All right.
people.
While waiting for Tara, who would you, if you could choose any band in Australia to interview, who would you choose? Besides us.
In Australia,
Hmm.
World War 24.
Yeah? What about the world? Like, if
Who was
anywhere-
that? Sorry, who was that?
World War 24.
Yeah, right.
Is that Gaz's old band?
Yeah, Rob Burke, Matt Bird.
Yeah.
They sang the song about Azaria when the Azaria press got eaten by the dingoes.
Oh, yeah.
Check them out. They are fucking brilliant. I've got Rob Burke. I've got him up for an interview, but he's like, I'm in my 50s, so he's obviously in his 60s, and he has no idea about technology. So we've got to have a few practice runs.
I think if you start doing them in person, have more fun. You'll get that banter, and I reckon, you'll get there, man. Where's that come from?
Not me.
That's Tara. That's definitely coming.
Okay, when you hear the music, the person you see come up on the screen is the person that's playing the music.
Yeah, right. Okay.
No, in the world, the band that I'd love to interview in the world, and which I'm hoping I've actually had talks with him on Messenger, is Mel Allen from the Murder Junkies. I know,
Oh,
yeah. GG Allen brother.
It's got
Yeah,
to be Mike.
that's a band I never got into. I never got into G.G. Allen. I think they're rubbish.
No, disgusting. He was the band are great. I really love the band, but GG was just a disgusting, perverted piece of shit that shouldn't have had any time on this earth. He did not deserve breath. But I've seen them play since GG died, and like not seen live, but
Yeah.
I've watched them play, and it was just GG was the turn off. He turned everybody off, like in the Murder Junkies.
Yeah.
Yeah. But
Yeah.
I'm really hanging the interview mouth. And No Effects. I'd love to interview No Effects. I think that'd be a lot of fun.
Yeah.
I would love to sit down and interview Danzig and just stir the fuck out of him. It would be amazing. Like,
Ask you about the great songs.
just poke the bear and see how far it could poke him. It'd be
So what's it like being the shortest member in the band?
Yeah. Like, yeah.
It's like, I love Dick Over Bones, man. That was brilliant.
Yeah.
Have you seen the interview with Danzig, Glenn? He's talking about when he was younger and he lived with these other two guys, and someone tried to home invade them, and the other two people that he lived with was Henry Rollins and it was Glenn Danzig, Henry Rollins, and some other massive fucking muscly guy. I can't remember. But yeah, Glenn, I can't remember who the other singer was, but it was like they were sharing a house that was during the 2-minute noodles stage where, you know, they just lived in a share accommodation and fucking playing gigs and. But who was the third person? That's really pissing me off now. But yeah, some guy tried to home invade them, and these, like, you look at Rollins and you look at Glenn Danzig, like, your home invade, you'd run straight back out the door, wouldn't you?
Yeah.
Yeah, but Danzig back then, he was a bit of a bitch. It's before he got on the roids, you know. Like he was pretty little. You know, in his days, he was pretty little and skinny. So
Yeah, Henry's got this. He'll be all right.
Yeah.
have you seen
The Misfits?
comic?
Glenn was just Glenn was tiny in the Misfits, like.
Yeah, he was. Doyle and Jerry were always the bigger guys. Even, you know, they weren't that massive. Doyle was always big, but not like he is now. He's a fucking weapon now.
It's the vegan powers.
Yeah, man, loves the vegan food.
Jaden, I wanted to ask you this question.
Yes, he'll go on a date with you. Just ask, man.
Thank you. No, I want to ask this question when I interviewed you with the Oceans, but why Love is the Battlefield? Because that was fucking amazing, mate.
Well, like I said before, I got a soft spot for like 80s new wave sort of stuff, and I know that one's probably a bit earlier than that. But that just came about during lockdown one night. I was just bored and had the house to myself, and I was toying around. I was like, hey, this chords sound familiar. Oh, it's Love is a Battlefield. And I just sort of made a demo of that, and it sounded cool. So then we learnt it.
That was one of the highlights of my night.
Cheers,
Yeah.
man.
Not taking that away from the reject, but
Yeah,
that was
It's
one of
over.
How good are you now?
anyway, you guys do a cover. I'm trying to remember what it was, and the one that's coming into my mind was a Bad Religion song. But then I'm thinking that might have been
That was you guys as well, wasn't it, Jamin?
That was Jake, man. Yeah, that was Ocean.
We did Face to Face.
What was the cover song you played?
Face to Face.
Ah, yes.
Yeah,
Yeah.
we did. Yeah, we did that, and we had that guy doing extra vocals for us, which was hilarious. And I was just like, wow, yeah.
My wife just actually went, yeah.
Yeah. I mean, we all. I love when people get up and sing with us or play with us. Like, if I have mates in bands and they go, "Oh man, I fucking love that song that you have," I'm like, "Dude, learn it. Get up and play with us. We don't care." Like, you know, that's what we do. That's what it's all about. So, I mean, if you ever want to get up and sing, if you want to get up and play anything, man, it's all yours. Less for
Mate.
us to do.
I would destroy the band. People would go, never again.
Nah,
No, we do that enough to ourselves. It's fine.
that's right. Why do you think? See, I do that on a gig basis. So why do you have handsome Jabin and then gorgeous Tara either side of me? Because people just don't even pay attention to the shit that we're playing. They look at those two and go, "Ah." And then poor Brandon's stuck at the back. You can't see him because I'm my big fat ass. So, you know.
No, that's all good. It's not any better at the back. So I might as well look at your ass, mate.
He likes.
When are you guys playing next?
Hey,
When are you guys playing next?
We got 3 in July.
Okay.
2. 2nd of July and 9th of July. Was
All
it
right.
On the 30th. we got-
Yeah, your birthday. Forgot about that.
Yeah.
We haven't announced any of them yet. We've been working on, I don't know. Dicey's always like, "Oh, you can't tell people too early." I'm like, God forbid people know that we're playing somewhere. Like, Jesus Christ. We're playing some festival up near Newey, which is like you pay money, you get free booze and free food and free drink.
Barnesville.
Ford's
Barnesville.
Festival.
Yeah.
Barn Assault.
The
Barn
Barnes
Assault. That's it. I think it's Barnesville, Barn Assault, something like that.
Yeah.
It's at Broncoville. It sounds like that though.
And
And
then,
the kids can come?
at the-
The kids can be there?
yeah, the kids can go. So I'm taking my kids. I'm pretty sure Branda's taking his lot and Tara's taking hers. So,
Yeah.
Magic.
yeah.
You guys on the
Yeah, we
bill.
got another on the 30th at the Servo. So if you want to come to another Servo gig.
Yeah, that was
Speaking of mixed bills, it's going to be a mixed bill. So we got all sorts playing that one.
excellent.
We'll have Duck, Platypus. Yes, I got to laugh at it, Javen. Yes. He's too mature for times. He's the youngest, but he's very mature.
Yeah. I just because I got a photo for the Share a Drink with Matt archives, and it wasn't Tara wasn't in it. I wanted to get a photo. She had to get the kids home, obviously, but I wanted to get a photo. So yeah, the Servo again would be great. Yeah.
Wait, man, no, that'll be good. Yeah, well, once we get that sorted, we'll But yeah, that'll be cool. That'll be heaps of fun. And it's Brenda's birthday too, so you'll have to have a big one then.
Yeah.
And I'll
One
send
note,
you the lyrics, and you can learn one of our songs and get up and sing. All right,
monster man. I love it. I listen to it daily.
done.
Yeah, I'll get up and sing with us.
100%.
Were you guys at the gig at the Servo? Were you there from the beginning?
Yes.
Did you see Chris get up with Smoky
Oh.
Mirror?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, he's great.
Yeah, Crash is a good dude. We've been mates with him for a couple of years now, and he's always interesting. He's such a good guy. He just all heart, man. He's all heart. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
You don't get that very often these days, and he loves music and just great band, great dudes, always.
And you guys took his spot, didn't you?
Yeah, so he I think he messaged us or something. He was just like, "Hey, we can't play this," and I was like, "Man, I live around the corner. You know, I can ask the other guys because we try not to play too often. We don't want to be on that band that plays the same fucking place all the time." And we were just like, "Hey, we jammed on Tuesday. We'll give it a crack," and so we played.
Yep, definitely. He's probably going to, because he watches all my interviews, so he's probably going to watch this. And I really feel bad because I'm glad that happened, because I got to actually see you guys, which since the first interview I did with you, I've got to watch these guys. And I started listening to your tunes and shit. And I'm actually glad that situation happened, because I know I'll get another opportunity to see the Crappeners. That couldn't have been any better for me.
Oh, that's good. That's good to be selfish from time to time. That's good.
No one else is going to be selfish for you.
COVID wins again.
Yeah. It's just
COVID's.
It's just going a lot. I've been watching the gig guides and everything, and it's like one band will play with 3 bands. One guy's got the COVID, so those 3 bands get the COVID, or one of them does.
Can't hear.
Obviously, it's great because we've got about 15, 20 minutes at the most more. So you've jumped back in. Excellent.
Who's there, Tara? Hey!
Ew.
So guys, and this is you can jump in together on this one, or you can have a go at it each. But
Just before you do, I want to make sure that Tara can hear. Can you hear Tara? I don't think she can. Tara. Well, now she's playing with the.
Where are you going?
There we go. We can hear you. Hello. We watched you for ages, and we watched you for like 7 minutes. We watched you put the groceries away. And while you were gone, we talked about female masturbation. It was lovely. And I might have said that you're a bit of a female masturbator yourself.
nothing to do with this. Nothing.
We can't hear you. That's all right. You're a woman. That's fine.
Oh.
We love you.
No sign language. What would it be? It'd be, we can't hear you.
Your microphone's muted.
Let me just message her in the chat. Hold on.
No.
Oh, Mr. Technology.
Javen, such a kid. Such a smart guy.
That's the second time I've ever used Zoom.
Yeah, I think this is the only other time I used it when we used it last time.
Yeah.
I use it for my work meetings at work. We do other shit thing. Because it's going through my recording. Maybe turn it up.
She might have to set the input setting as well.
Oh,
Yeah.
Anyway,
Speaking of professionalism.
listen to David typing. Fuck, he's even impressive when he types. So Matt,
He
we have
would type about 2,000 words a minute, I reckon. Eh?
There we go.
He is.
He's got a
New
He's got it
It's all these
going.
different settings. Now I've got to just randomly, weirdly hold my microphone as I speak.
Sounds really good. But you look professional, so that's
I
the main.
do. Headphones, the microphone.
To play.
Perfect. But look, Jaden's has got a stand and I'm just holding.
That's not the,
Oh,
that's
there you
not
go. I
the-
feel better
that's
now.
not the right. That's the wrong black thing you're holding.
Oh, shit.
Hey, Javen, you need to like walk around to like an angry hardcore singer now. So yeah, that's it. There we go. As you can see, Matt, we take everything very seriously.
Oh, my wife is just pissing herself on the lounge, and she's usually the one that no, and she's like in tears nearly on the lounge. Okay, here we go. Favorite venue?
Ooh.
Oh.
To play at?
Or
Yeah, play that being too. I'm
Play
sorry.
that. Played at was probably the Annandale back in the day. I don't know if it's still going like it was, but that's probably my favourite venue to play. Definitely.
I used to
Yeah.
love the old Iron Duke.
Yeah, that's a good one.
Played
Yeah,
a few
Zando.
good shows there.
Zando was sick. The small room Zando, just so compact,
Oh yeah.
so compact and sweaty.
I have to say though, I am loving Crowbar at the moment with all that orange backline.
Yes, for sure, for sure.
Mm.
I reckon Javid would touch himself with how much orange is on that stage.
jizz myself into a coma.
Yeah.
I really like Virgie Seltzer in Melbourne. It's the weirdest like little hallway of a venue, but it's so much fun to play at. It's like an old house or something that's been renovated, and where you play is like a bedroom where there's like a doorway, and everyone just like piles in through the doorway and stares at you.
Yeah. Oh, that's that one you sent me the picture of where like it was like really something like through the doorway, huh?
Really, a doorway. Like,
Yeah. Yeah, I remember you showing me that.
I
Funny.
remember showing up to that show, just like, what the hell? Like, this is gonna suck. And then everyone was super into it. Like, all the people that are like locals there are just having fun, bouncing around.
Until you guys started, yeah.
Yeah, until we started, of course. But they
Right.
were having fun.
I actually saw Catamounts on the Gold Coast in some guy's garage, which was different. Never
There
was,
Used to be a really good place up there called Shed 5. That was pretty amazing.
5, that's in Palm Beach.
That was really good. I played there a couple of times. That was pretty awesome.
Did you ever play with the chicken skins? Notorious
No,
skins?
no.
Because they play there, they did play there every Friday, Saturday night.
So the other guys there, basically it's like a storage space you can store your furniture, but someone's turned it into a venue.
Yeah, no, it's great.
It was fucking fast. Like it was just, and there was a stage, and like when I was doing Antinoa League, they played there, and it was mental. It was insane.
Yeah, I could imagine. Shed 5. It's in Palm Beach. It's all Currumbin more.
But yeah, it's nice around there too.
Yeah, it's a beautiful area. I grew up there. I
Oh,
actually, grew up in Palm Beach, which is something I've been wanting to ask most bands, which I haven't really gotten into, is how has the internet affected? Well, how do you feel the internet has affected the music scene?
Oh, music sales for sure is one. Definitely. It's
And
It's
it's
kind
easier
of-
to get the word out.
yeah, to me, I think it's lost its it was always good to try to find things. Like you always looked at bands who they thanked. You always looked at the t-shirts they wore and things like that. Like where everything was a bit more mysterious. Now there's nothing mysterious, you know, like if you want to know
Yeah,
a
like
band,
you
you look
go
them up.
get Drum Media brand up.
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah.
John
Yeah,
Media all time.
Now, everything's like at your fingertips. So if you want to know a band, you've got them there. You know, the 99% of bands are on Spotify. You know, like so if you want to know a band, you just look them up and you go, okay, that's them. So as good as that is as well, because there's so many bands that you go, damn, I wish I listened to one of their records. You know, like I knew that I thought they put out more, but I never knew. And then you can go on Spotify or whatever streaming thing and go, oh, they've got that album as well. They got that album, and it's unreal. But it takes away a lot of the mysteriousness, and I think that with the vinyl comeback sort of thing, like that's what was so good. You know, like without the internet, it was just you had to look at things. Everything was so much harder to find, so it made it more rewarding. I think there's just it's so oversaturated with music now that it's hard to keep, like, you got to get people in within one or two songs, otherwise they won't ever listen to you again, you know, like, sort of thing. I reckon, like, if they don't like that first song they hear, they'll just go, I've got 10,000 other bands I've got to listen to. So if I don't like that one song or that one riff, then whatever. And so it's kind of hard in that regard, I reckon, but good in some ways too. But I mean,
and then too, like when you're like playing shows, you know, do you remember those days where you used to have to go make up your poster and physically tape them to a telegraph pole, or you get on the train and hand out flyers?
Still do that.
Yes.
None of that.
On the train one.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's commitment on the train.
Yeah, we did that. We did that a few times.
You just pretend to be next or something.
Yeah.
Talking about that, I'm actually getting sharing a drink with Matt stickers made up. And I'm gonna put it there. Like, I'm not expecting the show to like go anywhere, really do anything. Like, I'm excited because I got 84 subscribers and I'm going, oh, wow, and which is nothing, you know, but to me
It's people though,
you know, like, enjoyable, and like, I've watched them, and it's good to see. You know, people can sit there and rag on the music scene all you want, but you're there, you're trying to support it, you're getting the word out there, you're doing something you love. So basically, fuck everyone else.
the secret is I'm doing it for the shirts.
All right.
And that's a damn good one you got on at the moment too. How good are they? No quarter.
Yeah, no, they're great. They actually sent me a stubby holder as well.
Oh, good on them. Good lads.
We have to step up our game now. Jesus.
Yeah.
I'll get you. We're gonna get you your own personalized long neck holder. Fuck your stubby holder.
That's actually funny because I was just
Stubby holder.
before I was trying to get my long neck into the stubby holder. Like I'm just ripping like this, trying to stick it in. It just wouldn't happen.
Nah.
So who on Radio Rejects? Who are you guys? And don't just say your names, please.
So with my stupid, like I don't take a lot serious. When you asked that question, I had so many wrong answers go through my head to process things, so I don't say the wrong thing. So anyone else wants to take something, please go.
I don't think it's jumping in.
I don't know. Like, honestly, I think we've had a lot of change here and there and things, and I think what we've got now is really good. We go to band prac, and I think we thoroughly enjoy jamming and writing songs, and having a bit of a laugh and things like that. I definitely think as we've talked about, a band that likes to have fun, man. There's no point trying to be serious. Kind of, the world's serious enough. If you're, it's all right to write the occasional songs about being serious, but just being serious all the time, it's just not. Yeah, I don't know. It's not for me personally, and I think that's what I love about this. Like, we all love a good laugh, and we can take the piss out of each other, and
just keep mixing it up too. We don't try to stick to one genre as well. So I know me personally, I listen to so much random, music. Like it goes from chick folk singers to metal to punk to hardcore to, I listen to so much different stuff every day, and I think that's what we try. You know, without going too far, like and making it sound stupid, but we try to do that with our music too, you know, and just try throwing an odd thing that people aren't expecting every now and then, you know. So
We're gonna do a 12-minute ska infusion just to piss off.
Jazz Odyssey.
We were also about the other night about doing a collaboration with a heap of other local bands. Every band that Jabin's in a band with, and recording a song, and just write a song about how much of a jerk he actually is, and he doesn't have any talent, and just have everyone play their own parts, doing their own thing. So that'd be really good too. It's called the Jabin Project. I like it.
You can play all the parts that I won't let them play.
Yeah, basically. Like, people need to know that he's not this really nice, handsome, talented guy. He's actually a piece of shit.
He's just
It's all fun.
stupidly talented.
But yeah, other than that, man, I think we're just
Good, fun, ordinary folk that just love to have fun. And
Yeah.
we just get together, and that's what the band's for. We just get together, have a bit of a laugh, and we get to play a few shows along the way.
What would actually happen if you guys stopped having fun? If it stopped being fun, what would happen?
you have
It's out. It's simple as that. You only do it for the fun. We're not doing it for anything else. It's not a job for us. So if it's not fun, then fuck doing it.
So if we stop having fun, Tara staunches us, and she kind of
She puts on the mum voice and goes, sit down, you guys. You're grounded.
That's right. Scoop, all right? She beats us. She beats us like with a ruler,
All my teaching
bottles
supplies.
at us, drunk, and throws these wine bottles like.
I'm still grounded from 2 weeks ago. So
Yeah.
That's why he was late. He was doing his chores.
Yeah.
You got detention.
Yeah.
All right. We're nearly up to the 2-hour mark, so the bar's about to shut.
No worries, man.
One of the first questions I asked you guys was, what was the best advice you've been given? Now, I want to ask you guys, I'll leave this up to each one of you. What advice have you got that you could give to an up-and-coming band or a bunch of kids that want to start playing music? What
do what you love.
Yeah, that's
Do
it.
what you love and keep it fun.
Yeah, and don't be discouraged, I think, because I tried out for Wollongong High when I was in primary school and just was so anxious at the try and I didn't get in, and I was kind of a bit shitty about it, but I was talking to a girl last year who was in year 6 and she was really, really devo because she didn't make it into the high school that she wanted to get into. And, I was able to tell her that story and go, look, my band's just released a record and I didn't, go to the high school that I wanted to, but I still did what I wanted to do.
It was because you played ska, Tara.
Yeah, that's probably it.
That's why you didn't get in.
Did you play guitar as because Wollongong Performing Arts, you've got to have a little bit of a show. You gotta like, it's like getting up for Australian Idol. How did you not play, Tara?
Oh, it was just one of those things where you go in and you play a solo piece to a judging panel. That was fine. But then I think when they throw you into a group with, 5 or 6 other musicians and just give you a random piece of music and go, here, go play that. And I kind of just froze, just the nerves got the better of me, I think, on that day.
But you excelled anyway.
Yeah. Look, I ended up meeting, like I said before, those guys and jamming, and it was awesome.
Excellent.
Yeah.
What about you, Josh?
Now she started us.
Yeah. And Ashley's got far more talent than any of us. So.
Especially Javen. Fuck that guy.
Get your song.
Can I ask, is there much of an age difference between you and Jane?
Well, I'm 38. Tara's 38. Brenda turns 40 this week. This month, I think. Next month. Sorry.
Next month. Yeah, next month.
Javen's actually 16.
Barely legal.
My son. What are you, Javen? 27.
I'm 28 as well.
Oh, so you make 27. Damn. Fuck.
Yeah. I don't think it's that big of a gap. I mean, in the grand scheme of things.
I definitely think you're the most mature one in the band.
Just repressed for that Anglo attitude.
But yeah, I mean, age has never really been an issue. Mick, who was in the band, was even 5 years older than us or something as well. So
he was 73, wasn't
he? Yeah, he's pushed.
Yeah.
Top of
Yeah, we all just get on so well, and we all just have the same fucked up sense of humor, and
yeah,
it's just a great time.
Yeah, back to the advice is just stick with people you're getting along with, and you're comparable with, sort of thing, like, or compatible, I think's the word, compatible with, like, there's no point having 4 completely different people if you just want to do it to have fun and whatnot. If it's a job thing, then hey, you could probably get away with that. But I think if it's just something that you're doing as a hobby and something you're having a bit of fun with, then just make sure you get along with everyone you're with and have fun. Don't take it too serious.
I think that's the other thing too, is that, like, I've been in bands with mates I've grown up with, and like you'll have one like with Dimmer, like I've got that connection with him and Will, but the other 2 guys I started band with when I was young, not so much, because you find out that when it comes to music and stuff, it might be different. There might be differences where, like, I didn't grow up with you, Brenda, and I didn't grow up with you, Tara, and I'm not even going to talk about 15-year-old over there, but
he raised me. Like,
we're all on that same plateau, even though we haven't known each other for 20 years. But I definitely think, like, the bond that we have with the band is super tight.
Yeah.
It's fun. So I just got 5% on my battery, so I've got to wrap it up pretty soon.
No drama.
Have you guys heard?
What's that?
I said detention for you, Brenda.
I didn't count enough.
Have you guys heard of the Knock Knots?
I've heard of them, yeah.
Yeah, it's good because I've got an interview with them in 10 minutes.
Oh, nice.
Okay, sweet.
Perfect.
Like,
all right. Yeah, we'll wrap it up.
No, I'm not saying to wrap it up. It's just it was just Brenda was saying I've got to wrap it up anyway. So yeah, no. It's been so good to get it. I don't know. There's probably who's having a beer or a drink. Is there anybody drinking?
I was drinking Kraken before.
This is about as much drink as I'm getting right now.
It's empty now.
Hey, bud.
Just getting on the beers.
Hey.
Jamin, do you get a lot? You're only 10 years younger at the most. Do you get a lot of shit being the youngest?
Nothing worse than
he's the most talented out of all of us, so we can't say shit.
No, they look after me.
We do write about how he likes dick, though. That's about it.
Not even that far from the truth. I mean,
we all dabble at some point. Let's just try it out.
What did I say? You don't knock it till you've tried it.
That's right. Don't knock it till you cock.
You guys are so rude. I can't believe I'm playing a bit.
Oh my god.
It's all around that.
I'm telling you right now, I'm making dick jokes than anybody else.
And if the cops come calling, you're my alibi.
Thank you for being.
There's things I got to do, but if I could, you know I would stay hanging out with you. Yes, if I could, you know I would keep hanging out with you. Dancing, singing, talking, and all that we could do. Sharing some laughs over the past and finding out what's new. Yes, if I could, you know I would keep hanging out with you.